As we have seen executive order after executive order after attempt at censorship by the new president, Donald J. Trump, it has infuriated me what I have seen out of him. It has not only infuriated me what I have seen out of him, but it has infuriated me what I have seen out of Congress. It has infuriated me what I've seen out of the Senate. It has infuriated me what I've seen out of this vice president. But I think what infuriates me most is the fact that we know exactly who was responsible for this. We know people try to blame third parties. Unfortunately, their influence on this election was negligible. People try to blame the Democratic exit. Unfortunately, this election was lost before the Democratic exit. People blame Gucci for two. People blame WikiLeaks, Julian Assange. People blame Russia. People blame Putin. But nobody who voted for this woman, nobody wants to go out on a limb and say, well, it's Hillary Clinton's fault. How, in good conscience, could you support still? Because I was at the Women's March, and in New York City, it was ridiculous. Same thing I heard in LA. So many Hillary Clinton signs. Women never spoke once. But this woman caused the very pain, economically, socially, and otherwise, that we are about to feel. The same rights, the same women's rights that Donald Trump are infringing upon, that the new Congress is infringing upon, Hillary Clinton directly caused that. It's not indirectly, she directly caused that with her selfish ambition, with her gross negligence, with her constant lies, with the constant propaganda that she had peddling through the media, with her constantly ignoring the working United States citizen for her corporate interests. It's funny because even Colin Powell said that her blind ambition tends to ruin things that she touches. And now she has literally caused, we have no idea what we're getting into now. But yet we still see people touting her as if she was some type of savior, as if she was the right answer. If Hillary Clinton was the right answer, she would have been president. Hell, if she was even not the wrong answer, she would have been president. Now, if she would have fought for progressive rights, if she would have fought for renewable energy, it'd been a whole different discussion. But remember, whenever she had her chance to speak out against the Keystone Pipeline, she said we should respect the workers' right to work, whatever that means. Remember, she was in the pockets of the pharmaceutical companies. Remember, she's in the pockets of these oil companies. Remember, her chief of staff, her incoming chief of staff and her campaign manager was in the pockets of big oil. But when she rigged these elections, which she did, she's still under lawsuit now. Debbie Wasserman Schultz is still being sued as we speak. There's election fraud suits across the country as we speak. When she pretended, when the DNC got behind her and she allowed it, despite better judgment, and I know she hasn't, because she's not stupid. So despite knowing what this outcome could be, despite knowing what Donald Trump can mean to the country, she propped this candidate up because that was explicitly put in the emails that were released by WikiLeaks. They wanted this man to be in the forefront. And now we have a Muslim ban being implemented. Now the Keystone Pipeline is coming back. Now the North Dakota Pipeline is coming back. Now there's a wall about to be built. And y'all are still carrying signs that say, I'm with her. What kind of selfish human being would put the country that she supposedly wants to be the leader of because she cares about? What kind of selfish human being would leave the country in this state for selfish ambitions? Because over and over again, she was told that Trump will win. And she didn't fight in Ohio. She didn't fight in Michigan. She didn't fight in Wisconsin. And y'all was with her. Well, those states weren't. But y'all were with her, but she was not at all and is not with you. She isn't fighting for you now. Stop deflecting. Stop blaming third parties. Stop blaming. Yeah, Donald Trump got into power, but the messed up part is because of her, she's made so many people disenchanted with the electoral process. The Republicans were going to dominate. It was, if you couldn't tell, for her to win, they would have needed a miracle because Republicans dominated, even with her popular vote. So that lets you know if the Republicans have the House and the Senate and you won a quote unquote popular vote, you weren't that popular because in those states, they were taking them. In Democratic states, they were taking it. The Republicans were. So own up. Own up to your inability to see her transparent transgressions. Own up to the fact that she was not the best candidate. In fact, she couldn't even beat the worst candidate. So obviously she wasn't the best candidate. Own up to the fact that she is not the champion for women's rights that she claims. Own up to the fact that she is a hypocrite. Own up to the fact that she is not with you. Own up to the fact that stronger together BS was nonsense. She doesn't believe it because she hasn't been here. We can't fight dwelling on these false prophets, these false idols. You have people out here fighting every day. You have your Bernie Sanders. You have your Tulsi Gabbards. Mark Ruffalo's. People every day that are still fighting, despite what we know happened. And yeah, y'all still walk around with Hillary Clinton signs because it's cool, because it looks cool in a picture. Hillary Clinton's responsible for this. And she's not owned up to it. In fact, she blamed everyone else. Until we get the left to acknowledge that, holistically acknowledge that, we have the DNC still denying that it was rigged for her. So that lets you know how good they're looking in 2020. Even though they got caught, they fired someone because of it, but it wasn't rigged for her. If y'all want to beat this man in 2020, you better start understanding one simple fact. This woman is responsible. All the people who galvanize behind her they have their share of responsibility too. Until we understand why she's responsible, understand how she's responsible, and try to repair those holes and reconcile that logic that she can do whatever she wants to and she will still make a good president, we're going to keep seeing the left get throttled. Thank you for watching. Like and comment below. Subscribe and let me know what you think. Have a good day.